Hey, what's up guys? It's Flexx and welcome back. So a lot of you guys had a lot of questions for me over the past 2 years. I compiled a lot of them and today I'm going to give you some answers. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alex and I'm a part-time YouTuber. A lot of people think I'm in my mid-20s or late 20s, but I'm actually 35 years old. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Here's the funny thing. I did not name myself Flexx. Yes, about 10 years ago, I used to be an amateur bodybuilder, but this was actually a name given to me years before I became a bodybuilder. When I was really skinny in my late teens, I worked out really hard one day and then I went to work and my arms were kind of like locked in a flex position and I couldn't straighten them out. And my coworkers were just like, "What's wrong with your arms? You look like Steve Urkel." And I was like, "I can't straighten them. They're just so flexed from working out." And they just started calling me Flexo, Flexo, Flexo. Then it got shortened to Flex and then it kind of just stuck. So for all the haters that think I'm calling myself Flexx to be like some type of cool guy, no, that name was given to me and it just stuck. That's all. So besides doing YouTube part-time, I do have a 9-to-5 job, just like everyone else, Monday through Friday. I've been in the consumer electronics retail business for over 10 years. I manage national accounts and help launch new products, mainly in sales and marketing. Now I'm actually a lead marketing manager for a well-known Bluetooth headset company in North America. And some of you guys actually saw me at a random trade show and came up to me and asked me if I was Flexx. And yes, I was Flexx and we actually had some really good conversations. So if you ever see me on the road, feel free to come right up. Let's chat. So I got into cars at a really early age. I mean, I was probably 10 years old. I grew up without a dad. So I was very fortunate to have a lot of uncles that were probably between the age of 16 to 20 years old when I was about 10 years old. And each of these guys had a really cool car. They had a 300ZX. They had a Fox Body Mustang GT. They had a Mustang GT convertible. They had a 3000 GT VR4. They had two newer model Mustangs back in the day, the 96 and the 98. Both were GT convertibles, and also an E36 M3. And besides cars, they were all into sport bikes as well. And if you guys don't know, I used to be an avid sport bike rider. I've been riding for about 20 years and I'm actually retired because I mainly don't really have a crew to ride with anymore. I find myself riding to work and just riding to the gym. And to be honest, with the way kids are driving now and people so distracted with cell phones, I'd rather not risk it. I'd rather just retire, call it a day, and I'll focus on cars. So I've owned a few cool cars in the past. My first car, because of the influence from my uncles, was a 2000 Mustang GT V8 manual convertible. And then I graduated from college and I didn't have a job. I had to sell the car, and of course I got a 97 Toyota Camry. And whoever had a Camry, you know who you are, man. That car is super reliable and it's great on gas and it costs next to nothing. Who hasn't had a Camry? And then I finally got a job and I upgraded to an Audi A4 B6, and then I went to an Audi A4 B7, and then ultimately 5 years ago I got my Mercedes C250 Coupe. So I bought the Mercedes at the age of 30. I just turned 30 and I thought, you know what? It's about time I see what this whole Mercedes thing is about. And I saw a guy at my workplace that drove one and I said, you know what? That's a really cool car. I'm going to go test drive one. I'm going to go check it out and I'm going to buy one. The good thing was it was actually affordable and I was really surprised. So the first car I test drove, I bought that same day. I started my YouTube channel because 1, I love photography and video, 2, I love video editing, and then 3, I love cars. I started buying a lot of parts for my car and installing it and modding it, and I thought, whoa, there's probably a lot of people that do not know you could modify Mercedes. So you know what? I want to share my knowledge and my videos and everything that I've learned with the viewers. I don't care if I get 50 viewers or if I get, 1,000 viewers. Maybe I can build just a small community of guys and gals that I can throw ideas off of. Lo and behold, 2 years later, I mean, we're at 26,000 subscribers and over 4 million views. Not what I expected at all. If you go back to my old videos, a lot of them, the quality was okay. The first year of YouTube, and I think it was probably 60 videos, it was all shot, no joke, on an iPhone 5. Everything was an iPhone 5. So if you are looking to start a YouTube channel, there's no excuses in terms of using a camera on your phone. And the editing software that I use, it was like 30 bucks. It's called Filmora, and it's actually really easy to use, and it's recommended by a lot of YouTubers. However, early in January of this year, 2019, I upgraded to finally a digital SLR, which is the Canon SL2. And it's actually a great camera for YouTubers if you want to vlog, and great for photography as well. It shoots high quality video, high quality pictures, and also has a swivel screen in the back so you can actually see yourself while you're vlogging. And you can change to different lenses, so it's great for the photography aspect, but also I could put a wide angle so you guys can see a lot more video space. So this is how much I know about Mercedes. This much. Everything that I've done to my car, to my wife's car, and provide advice to people every time they have a question for me on their car or any Mercedes. I mean, it's kind of just general knowledge. I mean, a car is a car. I mean, a lot of this stuff is pretty much all the same. And I spent a lot of time when I was younger on forums, car forums, just learning how to do things. And I just applied it to this car. And the good thing is a lot of Mercedes are actually pretty much the same in terms of how it comes apart and how you install things. And of course, there's tons and tons of videos on YouTube, and also tons of information on the forum as well. And I'm just a fanatic, so if I see something that I want to do, I mean, I'm gonna research the crap out of it until I know it to the T. That's a funny question. So the 204 crew, if you guys aren't familiar with them, is a group of social media guys, including myself, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, that had a really cool build for a 204 car. And we came together and actually started a podcast every Sunday for a few weeks. And then we realized, you know what, it was just so difficult to align everyone's schedule, and everyone started changing their cars and things like that. So it just kind of fell apart. I mean, it was definitely a cool experience, but I want to revive something similar to that. I'm not really going to bring a crew together, but I want to start doing videos where I'm going to interview, regular people that modified their cars and bring them onto the channel and let them talk about, their stories, why they picked the car, how they built the car. And I'm talking about regular cars like RC class. I'm not talking about like supercars that are just not attainable. I'm talking about real life cars that so you can see and go, whoa, that guy did that to his car and I could probably do that too for that price. That's awesome. I want to do that. Maybe I'll reach out to him. Oh man, this question on horsepower. I still don't understand why everyone is so caught up on horsepower number. And you can have a 200 horsepower car that's super light and it's super fun to drive. Horsepower is just a number. If you're the guy that likes to go to car shows and talk about horsepower, you got a problem, dude, because that's not the way it works. My car, all the mods that I've done to it is to improve the handling and performance of the car for my liking. If I put on a piece and it improves the car, I'm happy. That's it. I'm not racing the car. I'm not drag racing it. Why should I care about horsepower? And to be honest, a lot of those dyno machines aren't really that accurate at all. But if I had to guess, with all the upgrades that I'm doing, and I am still in the process of doing the turbo upgrade, I'm probably making anywhere from 60 to 90 horsepower more than the stock 201 horsepower. And again, I really don't care. It's all about how the car drives to my liking at the end of the day. The AMG question. Okay, so number one, let me get this out of the way. If it's your car, do whatever you want that pleases you, that makes you happy. That's all that matters. Don't let anyone tell you what to do on your car, what you can't do on your car. It's your car. You worked hard, you earned the money, and you bought that car, so you should be able to do whatever the heck you want to that car. But in my opinion, so for my car and my wife's car, you will never find an AMG badge on it. The only way I will ever put an AMG badge on the back of my car is if there's an AMG engine built under the hood of that car. And I'm not talking about the AMG package that has, you know, AMG wheels and AMG floor mats and AMG logo when it's still a standard C300 or whatever it is. That's not an AMG car. And to be honest, in my opinion, that does not deserve an AMG badge on the back of the vehicle. So we got that out of the way. So my top 5 non-performance mods. Okay, so number 1, I don't really consider a muffler a performance mod. It depends on the vehicle. But number 1, I'd have to say exhaust. You can have a stock car, but if it sounds amazing, you're gonna floor the crap out of it and you're gonna love it and enjoy it. So number 1 is definitely exhaust. Number 2, tint. A nice dark tint on any car changes the look completely. So number 3, I'd have to say wheels. If you upgrade wheels on any car, it also looks awesome. I mean, most cars come with 17 or 18. Go an inch higher with a low profile tire, but maintain that overall diameter. The car just looks overall much better, much cleaner, and looks like, you know, it's customized. 4th, I'd have to say a front splitter or lip. A front splitter will make the car look so much more aggressive, and also at the same time it makes it look a little lower because you're kind of adding to the lower part of your bumper. And then 5, I'd have to say a nice spoiler or wing, because if you have a nice splitter in the front, you want to balance out the back of the car with a nice wing, so that way, you know, it doesn't look like you have nothing in the back and then your front is super aggressive. The wing will definitely help. And if I had to go to 6, even though I know this is only 5, I would have to say a diffuser. So the last question, will I be getting a new car and when? So I'm sitting in my wife's new 2016 C300, and this is the new project car for the channel. For me, I'm still going to be doing mods to my C250. I'll probably run out of ideas sometime early 2020. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the car or sell it or whatever. I might end up just, you know, selling it to my nephew, so the car is still within the family. But I'm looking to get a car for myself that's probably like a, I don't want to say a dream car, but a car that I really want. Something like fully loaded that I don't really have to do a lot of mods, and it's a car that I'm keeping for myself. It's not really for the channel. I'll probably do some mods here and there, but I'm looking at something not priced, you know, $20,000 to $30,000 range like this car. I'm thinking more somewhere around maybe 50 or 60K. Something that I can keep, something that I can enjoy, and I can take to car shows and really show it off, just the whole 9 yards. I don't really feel like tearing it apart to like upgrade all the different parts and pieces. I mean, it could be a new AMG C63. It could be a new Audi R8. It definitely is not going to be a Supra. That's all I'm going to tell you, because that car is just all over YouTube, all over. Look at SEMA. I mean, there was like a billion of them there. I'm not really interested in that car. I mean, I would definitely drive it and whatever, but it's not something that I want at the end of the day. Or, I don't know, maybe I get something that's a little more classic, that's from the past, that, you know, is going up in value or holding value. Something that's not so tech savvy. I don't know. We'll see, but it's probably going to come sometime in early 2020. So, definitely stay tuned. Well, there you have it. Those are a lot of the questions that you guys had for me over the past 2 years. I hope you guys liked the answer. If you didn't, if you did, whatever feedback you have, definitely leave it in the comment section below. And you guys owe me a like, so hit that like button, because that's definitely going to help me out and definitely spread the word of my channel. The more we could get this out to other people, the more we can build this community, the better things that I can do with this channel for you guys. So again, I hope you guys like this video. You better. And as always, Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time.